Welcome to the Living Room Conversation podcast, where education meets fun through deep, meaningful conversations around relationship, mental health, career challenges, or simply finding joy in everyday life.
Our podcast gives you valuable insights, practical tips, and laughter along the way. I'm your host, Tasha.
And I'm Mia.
Get comfy, grab a drink or snack, and join us in the conversation. Hey y'all, we back with season 2 with the Living Room Conversation. Thank y'all for supporting us like always. Thank you guys for, reaching out to us. Like, when y'all gonna come back? Like, we've been missing y'all. And we had to go and get some, take a break.
Yeah.
Because we need a break, right? I think everybody needs a break when they're consistently doing something consecutively for 9 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
We did it for 9 weeks. So we're in season 2 and we got our break and we're back and we're excited. How you feeling, Mia?
I feel good.
I'm gonna open this wine as you're talking.
I've been feeling like super motivated. Like
Hold on, where is the wine opener? Sorry, y'all. We gotta get our wine together. You know the ritual. You know how it is.
We got our sage too. Let me wipe this up again. But no, like I've been good. Like I've been just trying to get back to like myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling the need to like, continue just like decluttering and organizing and like just upgrading myself, upgrading my life, like just
so
tapping just tapping, back into like me, and trying to adjust to like the spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, I am adjusting, like you said, adjusting to the spring because, different seasons.
Yeah.
Different attitude, different mentality. I feel like in the winter I was like in hibernation and now I'm in spring and I feel like just the energy is different, like super different going into spring. Like I feel like I'm in an energy that I really want to like work.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to like not work, but like be creative.
No, for real. Yeah. And that's like March and April have been 2 busy months for me. Like it was like go, go, go.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like get into a flow of like still still doing what I need to do, but just from a softer place.
Right.
Like I don't like that hustle grind feeling.
Yes, that hustle and bustle.
Yeah, especially when you ain't got a man to come home to at night. It'd be like,
no, for real. And you be tired.
I need to unwind. Like I need that balance. Like so, I just be like, oh, but I got to do what I got to do, and I'm grateful for like all the opportunities to come my way, and all the things I'm doing, and like, and just having kids. Like that's a busy life.
Yeah.
So I'm still grateful.
I'm grateful because we got some things coming up for y'all. We're super excited. We ain't gonna spill no beans. If y'all like really subscribe to our channel, The Living Room Conversation on YouTube, right? And then you can go to her YouTube channel, and then you can go to Boss Life TV, and you'll see a lot of our content. But so you can keep up because we got some special things coming up. Mother's Day is gonna be special for me and Mia.
Yes.
Y'all will find out on when is Mother's Day? The 12th?
I think our episode is like maybe the 10th.
The 10th. Okay. So May 10th, I want y'all to tune in because me and Mia got some dope stuff that we've been doing. Like when we say like we have been like sowing our seeds and we have been doing things in like hibernation, getting our fruits together or so that we can plant seeds. I know y'all hear us talk about planting seeds all the time, but this is real.
It really
is.
And
so like now in April, things are blossoming for us, and I'm like super excited because
like when things blossom, like it's like a popcorn effect. Like it's not just one thing. Like it's like this and this and this and this. Like, and you know how it was raining that one week and
Yeah.
it just kept raining and rain like every day.
Every day.
Literally. And that's how like your blessings can come like that.
Look at the sun. I'm sorry, y'all. So like,
it's hold on. So the moon last night, I literally took a picture. It was like orange like that last night at like 11 o'clock at night. And you know the moon usually has like that iridescent like yellow type of glow. Yeah. No, it was orange. I took a video of it last night.
No, I think it was don't get me wrong, the pink moon. We just came out of the pink full moon.
That is so. It's like a perfect view.
Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I just realized that we did our photo shoot on the pink moon, and we starting a podcast back right after the pink moon.
Yeah, and you know what? So when I was walking,
let me check audio really fast.
Okay, great.
Sorry, because I want to see you guys hear us right on IG. I just want to make sure that we have audio, y'all. Sorry, we started rambling on and wasn't sure we have audio.
No, you're good.
But you know, we just getting in the swing of things. So, because I thought I seen somebody say something about the audio. No. Okay.
So Facebook audio is good.
Because I thought I seen somebody say we're good. So go ahead.
Yeah, so when I was walking up to your house, I'm like, your address, I was like, Dad, that's the year that I became a board member.
Hold on, wait, 2021?
Yes.
No way.
That literally just dropped on me. As many times as I've been here, it was like, I guess just because of everything that's happening, I'm like, that was probably the year that you became one too, right? It was the same year?
I think I became a board member in
22.
Yeah, 22.
Okay.
I think I became a board member. I don't know. It's between 20. I know it was right after I had Aaliyah and I had her in 2020. So it might have been November of 2021.
Yeah,
you are right. It was November 2021. That's crazy.
But I'm like, what? You know, it just was a little, nugget that came. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So it's just
So tonight our topic is about what we're talking about, maintaining your joy, and how do you maintain your joy through all the different things that's going on. If you turn on the news, you see wars, and you see that people are struggling, people are getting put out of their homes. It was a sad story about a lady had to sleep in the train station with her children because one, it's so expensive to live in states like California, states like Texas and New York City. And so, people are forced to be in survival mode, right? But it's so funny because every time I see people going through difficult times, I ask them like, well, you don't look like what you're going through.
Yeah.
Seriously, you don't look like what you're going through. And I would have never known your story if you didn't. I didn't know you was homeless until you said something. And people are struggling, but some people find ways to maintain their joy, right? And then sometimes people can't maintain their joy, and then they develop, mental health issues, and they start getting triggered by other people, and and that's where a lot of the killing is coming from, because people literally are at their edge of like suicide, or at their edge of like really just not giving a fuck in the world and just like risking it all,
seriously, nothing to lose.
Exactly. So you ask yourself, through the midst of all the chaos that's going on, how do you maintain your joy? And I think we don't talk about maintaining the joy, because everyone's for themselves, everyone has their own families, and but then it's like everybody needs someone needs someone to really push them through. So I guess I want to ask you is, when you've been through tough, hard times in your life, how did you find a way to maintain your joy outside of family?
So like for myself, one of the ways that I've learned, like as I've gotten older, because I used to think like maybe going shopping and different things like that was like joy, and it really wasn't, not like that deep, like so type of feeling. And so connecting back with my inner child, like it would be things like maybe like things, nostalgic things,
Yeah.
like, so like going to like walk on leaves in the
Yeah.
fall,
Ooh,
or going to sit
love
on the
that.
swing. Oh my god, it's such a sis. I love that feeling,
Yeah.
the sound.
Yes, like, oh my
But
goodness,
yeah,
okay.
like that, or like going getting on a swing, or maybe just sitting on the porch,
Yeah.
and just, just like vibing out. But I also find joy in like making my space really comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was telling you today, like all day I've been like
Yeah.
putting furniture together, and it was like it just felt good,
Yeah, one, because you get to, your that energy of like putting something
building.
new or building.
I use my hands, like,
yeah.
and I haven't braided in a few days, so
Yeah.
like my hands be wanting to do something.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the same way, girl. If y'all see, I'm gonna drop a video for y'all pretty soon. Like, that's how you know I need to get a man. Because
no, you
seriously,
both, but
no,
I'm waiting on God to show.
I'm
Listen,
God said on my
at
way
this
because I
point,
need you.
no, you know why? Because I think another part of me making my joy is staying away from people who want to steal my joy. Like, you have to protect. Like, once you know what's valuable to you, you have to protect it. Now, some people, they haven't found their joy. Like, for me, I find joy in worship. Like, I will put on some good gospel music, like, and I will just worship. Like, that's joyful to me, because when you're going through things, it's so easy, like you said, to feel down. People always, like, just in this past week, people thinking I'm like 21.
No way, because you got that young spirit. Like,
and I'm like, no, like, I'm 38. Like, I kid you not, it's happened multiple times in the last week. And like, my kids, they don't be believing me, and it's happened with them, and they like, right. But like, for me, like, when I look at some of my pictures from like 10 years ago, like, I mean, I could see a heaviness, in my spirit. Like, and I was pretty and all that, but it was like I was struggling mentally and spiritually, because of having people around me that wasn't like, that was taken away from my happiness.
It's always seriously, because that's a real thing when you surround yourself with people that want to suck so much of your light out, or your energy, because
especially when you got things going for you. Like, back then, I mean, I always had something going, but like, I feel like now I'm truly in my life purpose. Yeah. And it's so much harder. That's good. It's so much harder to get near me. Like, so much harder,
Oh, I love that you said. I want to segue to that, right? Ooh, that's a good topic too. It's like, you are very selective who you have around you, right? Or so one thing I told myself, I need to stop making myself so available to people, right? Because when you're overly available to people, one, people take advantage of you, but two, people automatically see a weakness in you, to where they're like, okay, well, she doesn't see herself as valuable, because if she did, so many people would not be in her personal space, right? Not saying that was the old me, but I'm just basically saying. And it was like, I told myself in 2024 and moving forward that I was going to make my space. If you in my space, you in my space, but I'm not easily that available anymore. I feel like it's a privilege to be in my space, because I put myself on a high pedestal now,
Yeah, you've done the work.
I look at, I'm a celebrity in my own world. No,
as you should
I'm
be.
a celebrity in my own world.
It's main character energy. And like, main character, people assume that with like that mean girl stuff, but it's definitely not that. Yeah. Like,
well, I say there's a thin line between.
Oh, it's definitely, it definitely is. But when you like, and that can, and see, when you're like, even knowing that brings you like a sense of joy, because it's like, your value, your importance, like, and not the opposite. You don't feel good about that. Like, you don't feel good about yourself. You may not feel good about the direction your life is headed. Right. You may not be feeling good about the things you are experiencing, circumstances, situations, whatever. Like, for me, like, I've had to learn to be joyful despite and of like whatever, wherever, whoever, you know, like all that, the five, what, who, what, where, why, like all of them.
Exactly.
All of them. You feel me? Because, like I said, it's something that once you feel and you really know for yourself, you're like, this is something that I have to hold on to. So, you know, someday, I ain't gonna lie, like, I've been going through a lot, you know, some of, like, it haven't been, you know, like, always rainbows and, you know, daffodils or whatever. Like, it's like, some days I'm like, okay, like, I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, just,
but but in an average person like myself, just going through, you know, you scrolling through life, and I would be like, oh, she looked like she is the happiest person in the world. Because even though you don't wear that struggle, you don't wear that, you just don't wear it. You don't put that title on you to where it's like, okay, I internally know I'm going through some things. And it might reflect physically in some areas in my life. But I'm not going to wear that struggle outside or anywhere else, you know. And they give people like that a strong title.
I think sometimes it's suffering in silence, though. We don't know how to, you know. And people have this expectation. I kid you not. So, like I was telling you, this is my 10-year anniversary of having like a big mental breakdown. Like, and it's nothing that I'm ashamed of. You know, people have tried to like use that against me. But May 1st is that anniversary. And that I'm so thankful. I thank God for that. Like, because that was like the best thing that happened to me. Like, literally, like, one of the best things that happened to me, because I learned a lot about myself in those 5 days. You know, I didn't have no responsibilities. You know, it was like I could just be me. And but I really learned a lot in that short amount of time period, not just about me, but about other people. And about how people perceive mental health and will treat you based off those perceptions.
Well, and that is where we need to draw the line. It's going, like, segue into that. It's like next month, and we're going to talk about a lot of this stuff moving forward. It's like, because, you know, this is the living room conversation. And so we want to have conversations about things that people are afraid to have conversations about. And we want to put it on a platform so that, you know, because somebody may need to hear this valuable information. Because, you know, the whole goal is to not be afraid, to know that there is people like you out here that is going through different things. And you may look at me like I'm on this platform and, you know, I'm doing the damn thing, and, you know, and people might put me up here, but they don't really see the struggle, and they don't really see the down days and
don't put me on no pedestal. Like, people call me queen, goddess, and all stuff, but that's cool. But don't put me so high where you think I'm perfect and, you know, whatever, because I'm still human. And I think that was one of my biggest things, like, during that period, because I looked good, you know, I took cute pictures. Everybody thought I was good. Like, I took a lot of selfies back then. Like, a lot. And now I barely have any pictures of myself on my phone. It'd be like hair, screenshots, kids.
No, for real.
Like, but like,
oh my gosh. Like, going back to that, like, the pictures that I've looked back at myself was like, bro, like,
I had to scroll all the way back to my birthday just to get a picture of myself the other day.
No way.
That's sad.
Well, you know what? It's so funny, because I think I can agree with that. Like, I think I get like everything else, but then not really focus on myself.
But, you know, to me, that shows me how rich my life is now. Like, I always have pictures of my
That's how rich my life is. Okay. Y'all see me.
You feel me? I'm just saying, because, like, you know, I'm not gonna say like I was self-absorbed, but like I would take, 50 pictures trying to get the right one. Like I don't even have that type of energy.
Yeah.
No more.
Right.
Like unless we try to do like a photo shoot content, something like that, that's different. But just an everyday selfie, like come on. Like they don't look that much different from each other, but I don't know. It's like just finding like my own inner peace is joyful.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my focus is different. It's not on a superficial thing. So like, yeah, a ching in the account that makes me feel good too. Okay.
That's the money drop. For real.
You feel me? Especially it's a little unexpected,
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, it can be material things too, but a lot of it is like just things that just pour into me, like that little girl, like what is she longing for? Like,
so listen, okay, so I want to ask you something really fast, but so it's going to bring me back to where I find my joy. But I would say on your top list of things that brings you joy, your top 5, what would you prioritize as your top 5? Ooh. Because
having a clean room.
Okay, baby, listen, we talked about that.
No, for real, because like that will be the one. Like right now, I told you I was doing, because that will be the one place in my house. Like everything will be together, and then my room will be the last place. Yeah. And I guess it's just because I rather everything up. But I'm like, why? Like, that is a part of filling my cup, So if that feels good, like, it should motivate me to, but the everything else is good. It's just like I get busy, and like I'll start and then kind of, like we girls, so like what outfit change can tear the whole room up.
Right. So you're cleaning your room. What's your number 2?
So my number 2 is spending time alone with myself.
Okay.
Doing hobbies, whether it's new ones or old ones.
So what's your number 3?
Hobbies. Let's see. My number 3. I'm a foodie, so I definitely say food.
No, for real. I think I'm gonna put that on my list.
No, for real. Like I love me some good food.
All right, so your 4th one.
What brings me joy is definitely just remembering all I'm grateful for.
Okay, gratitude. Gratitude. You gotta have the gratitude. Without the gratitude, I mean, for real. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And then I would say my last one. You said other than family?
No. You can say family.
Well, I would definitely say, family, but sometimes you want to be alone too. So both of them.
I think for me, so I want to say, how do I find my joy? And I'm going to talk about my top 5, right? Mm-hmm. So when I'm going through, like, because I wear many hats. Yeah. I'm multifaceted. I want to be here. I want to be there. Mm-hmm. And people do call me to be here and there, right? And sometimes, being a single mother with 2 children and, being a full-time entrepreneur, that can be very challenging for you to be able to, I guess you want to say, maintain. The world isn't the same. The economy isn't the same, right? Yeah. And so one of the things that I've learned was to go into solitude, to have a routine. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the biggest things that really got me through most of my hard times.
Having a routine.
Is having a routine, And I thought like having a routine was something that was just daunting because, you think about childhood and
kids actually love structure.
And that's the crazy part.
They thrive in structure.
And they do, right? So when they say, and that's gonna go off to another conversation, but it was so crazy because I felt like I never wanted to be structured because our mama
same.
It was same. So it was like, all right, structure was something that I would try to run away from, but I realized that structure is what I was missing in my life. Yeah. And so me going through the deep, dark stuff, how I maintain it is sticking to a routine. Yeah. If I wake up in a rising, I'm meditating for at least 20 minutes, just laying in the bed, not moving, not saying anything, just looking up and just like really taking in, like, one, being blessed with
right.
the next morning,
right.
you know,
And just, yeah.
But two, it's because it's like, all right, I have to mentally prepare myself for this world. And if I don't get tapped in with myself, I feel like it's going to start my day off wrong, you know, because then I'm going to be triggered.
Yeah.
So I need to ground myself before I start to go out there, right?
That's very important.
Yes. So grounding is something that I swear by. But so that was another thing that I've noticed, like, even with, all right, I'm going to drink coffee because I got to have my coffee in the morning. Like, that's the only way that's going to, like, wake me up. But I'm like, all right, coffee. If I'm going to do coffee, all right, I'm going to sit in my robe and, like, play some good music. If I'm drinking tea, I'm outside grounding myself or, like, getting in that tea bath, you know. But it's got to be something that makes me feel good. Yeah. And when I learn to have a routine that makes me feel good, that's when I notice I thrive the most, because no one can really knock me off my square. Yeah. Because I have already centered myself. It's like before I started my day.
It's like you set your factory settings, you know, at a certain thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was one of the reasons why I was able to find my joy through dark stuff, you know. But if I go back to my list, out of 5 things that I can put on number 1.
And mine wasn't ordered like any.
Oh, it wasn't ordered. Okay.
No, it just
so. All right, so 1 through 5. I'm gonna say food. I'm gonna say food.
Listen,
I'm a foodie. I love food.
If y'all foodies like us, drop us like some good food locations.
I love food, y'all. I really do. Like, I'm a straight foodie. All right, so that's one thing. Like, coffee shops. Just a good coffee shop and, like, a good breakfast. I'm going back to food, goddamn it. A good breakfast sandwich. No, for real. 3 is I'm a serial learner. I love to learn. I love to learn, and that's weird. Someone's like, girl, that's your top. That's learning something new for me is like joy. Like, 5 is being creative, like doing content creating. Yeah. That brings me joy too. Big joy for me. Like, being able to create content. Yeah. And also, and I want to drop this, y'all. It's like, you guys see us on this podcast doing this, and y'all don't realize how much. And I'm gonna say it because I'm not afraid. I'm very critical on myself when it comes to certain things. And it's just like, oh, I don't like how I did that. I don't like this. I don't like I said that. I don't like how I said it. You know what I mean? Or I missed this, or I done fucked this up. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about some shit 4 years ago. I would have said that.
I got belly hanging up. You know, so we are very critical about, you know, or crucial to ourselves, you know. And so one thing I started finding joy in that is that every episode I watch back and see the growth. Yeah. The growth.
For sure.
And then it became to where I'm not so, like, picky with myself and say, like, oh, you know what, I appreciate the growth, because it's not too many people that's willing to watch themselves back. Right. It's like,
I didn't used to be able to watch myself back.
It's hard.
No, for real.
It's hard.
It is.
It's like, I don't want to see myself.
We have a whole show.
Like, we have a whole podcast that we really gotta, you know, watch ourselves. But it's just so hard.
Well, we be watching it back like a little show.
Like a whole talk show.
Like, okay.
So, it was so hard for me to do it, but I found joy now because I've seen the growth in myself. Yeah. And I'm still growing. Yeah. I feel like there's so many areas I need to develop in. But I'm like, you know what? I just appreciate that I can create and be creative. And I do appreciate that this is what makes me happy. Yeah. And it gives me drive. It gives me the motivation to be consistent. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, because some people, they see, a lot of people are looking for magic in their life. They're looking for these wonderful feelings, and you know, they're looking at like other people, like, oh, they look happy over there. And
Yeah.
but the thing is, you know, like you have to cultivate what you want.
And you can't be afraid.
No, you cannot. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, literally, if you, joy to me is an expression, it's like a creative expression of your inner child.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're literally holding yourself back from joy, which is your birthright.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
It's your birthright.
Yeah.
But if you're holding yourself back from that, you're actually causing your spirit to be suppressed, which leads to depression.
Yes, it does.
And then you wonder why you can't sleep, because you got things that you want to do that your spirit is wanting to, you know, share with the world.
Yes.
And you're not doing it.
Ooh, God, I'm keep closing my eyes because it triggered me. So, and this is one thing. I had a conversation. I went to Generation Now young professional meetup, right? And I had a lot of people pouring into me yesterday.
Okay.
And that was amazing.
Yeah.
And so the guy was like hearing my story. He was like, why don't you just write a book?
Yeah.
And I said, I do got a book. If you're on this podcast, hey. But I'm like, I do got a book. And he was like, so what you sitting on? Yeah. And I said, because I want to wait for the right time. And he said, time? Like, right time is there.
Yeah.
The time is going to keep coming. Yeah. You know, what are you afraid of? If you wrote it, don't sit on it.
Yeah.
And he said, well, what's the title? I said, it's called Prioritizing Your Mission. And he was like, you don't even have to tell me what it's about because I already, you know, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
But my point is that when you think about your mission and what makes you happy, that sparks a light in you, you have to prioritize that.
You do.
You have to prioritize that.
You do, because, you know, I mean, and I was just having this conversation with my daughter yesterday. You know, I have 2 teenage daughters and 1 tween, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was just telling her, like, you know, I'm like, you guys, I said, the things that we're all going through, I'm like, you guys are being attacked, you know, because of who I am. I'm like, this is literally the only way the enemy can, like, get to me.
Through your children.
Through my children. Because their spirits are so much more open and pure, unprotected. You know, like, they're protected, but they're more, you know, pure, like you said. And they don't have as much wisdom as me.
Yes.
You know, and so we have to, it is our job as parents. Our children are under attack.
Yes,
like, mentally. You know, sexually, like, this energy is like, it's so much, right? And like, and I'm just, you know, I'm so in tune with my kids that I can tell, like, what's wrong, you know, something ain't right with you. And but we were having this conversation and I was telling her, like, you know, like, you have to protect your spirit.
Yes.
Like, you have to, those things that make you happy, you know, like, you gotta feed into those things. You have to, like, take time for yourself, even as kids, you know. And I didn't have somebody, like, telling me that as a child.
Yeah.
You know, it took me going through depression and, you know, anxiety and all that stuff to, like, be like, okay, I need something different.
And it's so amazing that you are that type of parent that gives her, you know, teach her how to use discernment, because like you said, it's a whole war on our children.
For real.
And, you know, you don't want to ever, you know, have a regret that you didn't really pour into her and show her the way, you know, as a mom, you know. And I feel like that's very important that a lot of women do that to their children.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things going on. They're overly sexualizing our daughters. You know, they are.
Our sons too, though.
Our sons too,
I mean, and that's the, you know, like, my son, he be encouraging me sometimes, and I'm like, Dad, this is my son. He's 21. Like, he be talking that talk.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, dang. But that's because of seeds that I pour into him, you know. And also the purpose on his life. He have to answer your own calling.
Exactly.
You know? And so when you answer, did you hear that?
Conservation. No, seriously.
For real.
like confirmation. It's so I'm not
Hold on, we got some some comments.
We got some comments on
IG.
It says, speak
Mission
that
mode.
literally what happened to me as I moved closer into my divine. My kids became under attack.
Period.
That is so true.
No, seriously. Like, and I think, I mean, they really became, like, I've been going through it, and, you know, and people wouldn't know that unless I told them.
Yeah, but you still I'm be able to push through because you're here. You're showing
not
up.
only that,
yeah.
I'm not no rookie out here.
Oh, period.
Like,
say that again.
I got high spiritual rank. Like, not even
seriously.
to, like,
no, for
you
real.
know, but, like, also, like,
yeah.
I got high spiritual rank. Like, so it's like, it'd be like bouncing off of me, like, oh, you tried it. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, you gotta pray for your kids. You gotta teach them how to pray for themselves too.
You see my baby. my baby, because I'm telling you.
She said Mia is my first cousin, by the way. Woo,
hey girl.
Yeah, all the way from Tennessee.
Hey girl, hey. Okay, so listen, I think my fifth joy, and this is like should have been like number one for me. Travel.
Oh yeah,
travel. I love to travel.
Yeah,
I love to just get up and go. Like literally, I will get in the car and drive. And I said, I'm gonna just let spirit guide me to where I need to go. You know, when you say like when you have
I'm ready for a road trip.
Exactly.
Hey, we should go to Tennessee and holler at my cousin.
Yeah. So when you say I'm highly spiritually ranked.
Oh yeah, her name Tasha too. That's her name is Tasha too.
Hey Tasha.
Yes.
She's over.
She definitely with the vibes.
So when you said like I am highly spiritually ranked, I felt that in my soul, because when you are able to just get up and feel like you're divinely divine protected,
no, for real,
by the Most High Spirit, your ancestor, like really believing that in your heart, that seriously. I am protected,
because our mission is so big, and if your mission is that, I think that's one of the things that stopped me or held me back at times for really wanting to be so expressive, because I'm like, I'm putting my energy out here. I'm so open. Dropping that book last year, I was scared, not in a way of like, I'm scared to do it, but it was just like, I'm opening up myself. Right. I'm being vulnerable, right? You know, to the world, to whoever, you know, like I commented on Harambo. It's Haram.
I'm not familiar.
So it's a new talk show. He kind of like Montel Williams in a way.
What platform is he
on? I don't know. Maybe it's local TV, because when I be like at some of my clients,
I'm like, so
it's a black man. He got a raw head, brown skin. I want to say he's in Chicago.
So it's like on like regular TV.
Yeah, regular TV. So I had commented because he had a girl on his show. Her name was Mia.
Okay.
And she experienced narcissistic abuse from her mother. And so I watched the clip. It was on Facebook. Like, I'm not even subscribed to his channel. Right. So you know how things just come through your feed. And I was like, wow. So I read, you know, I listened to the episode, and then I made a comment like, wow, you know, my name is Mia too. Yeah. And that was similar to my experience as well, you know, and I was like, I hope that she forgive her, because the girl was real angry. Okay. And I remembered when I felt real angry. Yeah. I didn't have no joy. I was literally placing my energy in everybody else's hand and making them responsible for how I felt. Yeah. Because I was giving them the power to control my happiness and my joy and my peace of mind, you know? So it's like, I was just at that was like in my early 20s. Yeah. You know,
and that's the thing, because like I feel like we all came through like some type of you know, childhood trauma, and we have went through like relationship trauma, and I say kid trauma too. Them
period.
Kids are traumatized. You. I know, but no, for real. We've all came through like some sort of trauma. Yeah. And the beauty of going through trauma is being able to say, you know what, I don't wear that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That I know that I've been through trauma,
Mm-hmm.
but that does not have to be a platform,
Yeah.
or it don't have to be in my universe or my reality.
Yeah,
I would say
it
like
doesn't have to be like how you show up to the world.
Yeah, and
yeah.
and then and also it's like I went through so much trauma that I had to just like put it under the pillow,
mm-hmm.
and not even, because I be like, when people tell me things that I've been through or
mm-hmm.
have experienced, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck she is. Oh, she been through that?
For real.
Like, oh, she been through that? Oh,
no.
Yeah, that is that other part of myself,
that
lower self of me, that I'm like, I sometimes forget all the things that I've personally been through.
No, seriously.
Because I have not wanted to relive it. It's not because I'm running away
mm-hmm.
from it. I mean, of course, I've done shadow work to get through it, and I'm able to take that and place it to the side. But also, they said, you remember you used to have a temper and you used to clock out on people and you be ready to fight. I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that version of me, because it's like, that is the old version of me. Like, mm-hmm. I don't forget it, but it does not have a one-way ticket into my front door.
Yeah.
It does not have a place in my home, in my vocabulary, nothing, because I feel like, one, it triggers a lot of my it's painful, you know mm-hmm. what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I had learned to just be like, you know what, my joy, your mm-hmm. joy came from saying, you know what, I no longer
mm-hmm.
I don't forget my story, but I no longer.
I don't reside in that place.
I don't reside in that place anymore.
Yeah.
And that is why I won't be look youthful.
Right. Because I got boundaries.
You know what I mean? It's like, don't put me in that category anymore because you think you know.
But you know what's funny though? Yeah. Even the people that try to steal our joy or they try to do certain things to us, they're gonna always keep up with us because they know how valuable our energy is. Listen, because they be watching, because I know y'all watching. Because no, for real, they watching. I'm telling you. Hey,
I mean, baby,
listen, and why? Because you don't follow me, but go ahead and hit follow and share our videos.
And please,
you feel me?
And because they watching, they sure
Hey, listen, because you know what? It was crazy. Like, and I think even that gives me joy. Not doing people how they did me. Like it. Oh my gosh, because I think that's another reason why I'm able to like live. Listen, because I popped the lid. I'm just saying, because I got some fries.
We got some food this episode.
We told y'all to bring y'all snacks.
We told y'all to bring y'all snacks and y'all drinks. We always got the wine.
I brought my dinner, okay? I didn't even get to eat.
We always got the wine.
Listen.
But we got the food too. So we told y'all to bring y'all. So we was downstairs like, fuck that cute stuff. We ain't cute this time around. We ain't cute this time around. We definitely.
I'm hungry.
You know, this is what, I mean,
yeah.
I really appreciate having these conversations. Serious.
Hey,
she just said her blessing and everything. That looks so good. What is that, a 7?
Yeah, salmon. I put some sweet chili, garlic oil on it.
That look good. And then you fried up rice.
That's a
why you ain't rice? Why you ain't veggie fried my rice?
Hey, listen, I got enough to share.
That look good. Okay. Bro, if you see this, but you gotta show them
this is why I was late. Look, I had to cook for my kids, okay? You know, just because you boss or whatever, like, you still got to take care of home.
You do. Girl,
I am a woman, you feel me? Like, I really, like, I'm like a stay-at-home working mom. Yeah. You feel me? So, like, but yeah, I got to make sure my kids together because they do not disturb right now. My cousin cracking up. They all do not disturb. Yeah, I want them to be okay. You ain't got no reason to blow me up. So
I ain't got my kids upstairs. I said when we started, I was like,
right,
quiet on the set. They were
no, period.
No, for real.
No, for real. Because y'all need to know this is a set, and we need y'all quiet.
We need y'all quiet. We don't need little Tay Tay and Baby.
Tay Tay and Baby.
We don't need them to come downstairs. Like, no, I'm just playing. But that's laughter. Why did we leave that off? Like, laughter is something that I get a kick out of.
Last week, but last week I was watching episodes of Martin. Oh my gosh.
Bro, I love fucking Martin. All right, sorry, y'all. We got a little ratchet on y'all. But
don't act like y'all eat in y'all living room.
In y'all living room, kick y'all shoes off for real and it's cuss. Your drunk ass uncle. Yeah, I'm super excited because we got some stuff coming up, and it's like the living room conversation.
No, for real. Now, my baby daddy may not want to watch these episodes coming up. You might be triggered.
For real.
You might be like,
all right, so listen, you heard what I said.
Period.
So you heard what I said earlier about, not wearing it, but mental health. Mental health week is next month. Our mental health month is in May. And we wanted to talk about, it's not even that it's shining the light on ourselves, but I feel like it's very important, like Mia or like myself, to tell our stories, because I feel like it's very valuable, and I feel like you can help people to like look at themselves in the mirror and be like, you know what, I don't want to. I had, like you said, your mom was, I don't know if you said your mom
narcissistic.
I didn't want to say it. I'm like, is she watching this?
She still is.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, is she watching this or not?
Listen, when it gets shared to Facebook. But you know what? That is a part of, like, when I wrote my book, I talked about that.
Yeah.
She bought a copy. She may not have read it yet. You feel me? And that's okay. But that's my truth.
Yeah.
You cannot, that's a big part of like me just being myself. You cannot, if you felt bad about that, like, do your work, because I had to heal from that shit. And it wasn't easy, and sometimes, like, I'm still, like, she ain't talking to me right now. But guess what?
You okay?
Hey, the show must go on, like, hey, because once you take ownership of you and you be like, I haven't done nothing.
Yeah.
And because you haven't done something maybe that you need to do, and you're expecting me to show up in a way that I'm not capable. I'm not willing to make them sacrifices at this age of 38. Like, Mia is not. No, I'm not playing with you.
When you were saying that, I was like, we need to have an episode about this shit right here.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
We need to write that down. Right, exactly. So next month it is mental health awareness.
Oh yeah, she said she read it and she loved it. Yes, and thank you. I'm gonna be using that little clip you sent me on Facebook. I'm gonna use that. I need to make content.
No,
she sent me a little voice note. I was like,
so cute.
I'm gonna use that. With your permission, of course.
So I think, all right, so we got mental health awareness next week. We got some special guests coming on next week. We're super excited for our special guest. He is pivotal in Cincinnati. Really, like, moving things forward in the community, uplifting young women and men. Just amazing things, and what better way to kick it off with someone that really knows their shit, right? And so I'm super excited to be able to, have him on, because it's an honor, and that's how you really doing something. When we are stepping out, like, right, the living room conversation was just me and Mia,
and
right?
When your haters is noticing and take.
I mean,
they making comments.
Period. No, seriously. And
for
so
everybody, when you in alignment with you,
period,
everybody's gonna be drawn to you. It's like a light. The moths, the beetles, they run into it.
And what better way to have two motherfucking lights together?
Hey,
we attribute.
They definitely listen. It's really you can't stop that type of energy. And we got good organic vibes.
And it's like the aura. It's like a bright ass aura.
Yeah.
And like you said, that people are watching, and it's okay though. And I
Yeah.
really appreciate,
I do too.
people watching. Sometimes it's so funny that a lot of people have to like watch to see what you're doing.
I ain't even
and
doing
see-
this for them. I'm doing
I
this
mean,
for
for
me.
you.
Because
No,
we
sure.
said we was gonna do it, and we doing it.
But some people watch you so much that
Yeah.
they start to want to support, because if people want to see you consistent too, but I think we've been doing a good job with just being ourselves. If y'all ain't learned us today, we don't give two fucks at all.
No,
For real, we don't. But
I give some about some really important
of course,
things.
but we don't care about fitting in a stigma. We are going to show up authentically ourselves, and you take it or leave it. It's just like that's who we are.
There's no box.
There ain't a box.
There's no box.
No.
I live outside the box.
Inside jokes. No, for real. So May 3rd. Is it May 3rd? May 3rd. I don't know. Is it May 3rd?
I believe so.
Okay, May 3rd, we will have a special guest kicking off Mental Health Awareness Week. So what do not week, I
month.
Week.
Yeah.
Girl, why the fuck? Because last time I'm talking about Black history, I swear I be making up my own. That's how I be living in my own little world, in my own universe. I be making up my own holidays. My own.
That's all they do is make up different days now. Be like,
real,
it's National
Donut
Day. I always say the same thing.
It's National Donut Day. But it's like, hold on.
No, I ain't gonna lie, I do love donuts. And I have not had. I'm so proud of myself. No, for real.
Krispy Kremes, bro.
Because it's spring outside. You know what brings me joy? Being able to fit my clothes.
Oh yeah. I was mad as hell I didn't work out this winter.
No, for real.
Because I should have had a waist trainer.
I've been doing little stuff. We start now, okay?
Okay.
So let's do a challenge.
All right, what's the challenge?
To at least move your body 15 minutes
out the
day.
Okay.
Give yourself 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
We're going into Mental Health Month. Yes. I think that would be really good. Mm-hmm. And you can do it in your living room.
Yep.
So, maybe you put some little affirmations up in your living room somewhere. This is the conversation that you have with yourself. Hey, no, for real. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Okay, see, alignment.
Yes,
I'm like,
for real.
We should have a group accountability group, where we really show up and we have a meetup, like a meetup, like a women's meetup, because I've been wanting to walk in the park and go hiking, and I need somebody to go with me. Because
I love hiking. I love being outside and walking. Walking, it just it feels so good.
Like early in the rising too, when the sun is just coming up, and it's like, girl, I need somebody to knock on my door, like, come get you.
Okay,
wake up.
Listen. As soon as I get my kids off the bus, you get your kids to school. Boom.
We need to go walk.
No, for real.
Listen,
one of my clients, I got one male client, and he been telling me that, because I'm like, he was talking about he'd be going to the gym. I'm like, I need to get back in the gym. He was like, just walk, Mia. That's all you gotta do is walk.
Just walk. I need to walk anyway, because one is good for your heart.
It is.
And I feel like I want to keep my heart healthy.
Yeah.
Because the heart is a valve to everything else, know. So I definitely feel like I want to go walking, but I feel like I need somebody to just do it with me.
Yeah. I'm down.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
down.
Y'all, if y'all want to do a group, let us know, comment and say group, hashtag group, so that we can start a group, so we can all link up, like-minded women, like a tribe. We need a tribe. That's people that's willing to grow, and everyone's got that same mindset. It don't care. I don't care what background you is. You can be whatever.
Right. Right.
It's just a support group that we can support each other.
I love that idea.
So, okay. So yes, we have been on here for almost an
my cousin
hour.
said, "Oh, she's sick." Okay, we definitely Tasha, and that's that's even funny, because I was thinking about that the other day, Tasha and Tasha, but this is kind of my favorite ever.
She said her favorite.
I was me and Tasha really connect, just like me and you.
Yeah.
She a Taurus. She just had her birthday, so happy belated birthday again.
Period.
But yeah, so we really connect. Like, and she's been very supportive. You know, she's has a family and she has beautiful children as well. So like, she's all about holistic and just taking care of your family. And
I was gonna say something to that too. No, it's beautiful that that you have somebody that you can connect to. Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful thing. But I was just I'm sorry, like, this is how you know that we be thinking in our head when we have this conversation about you need to connect with people. I was like, she have a beautiful family and connect. The first thing I said was, I got on this fucking dating app.
I've been thinking,
sorry, y'all. Listen. Well, I be over here daydreaming. I'm like, I done got on this dating app called Hinge, bro. Tell me why, I'm like, bro, it's so dry out of here. Like, it's so beautiful here. People having families and stuff. I'm like, bro, I want a family. I done resorted to damn dating app. Y'all, don't judge me.
Don't count it out.
Don't judge me.
I've heard people have success stories, so.
Seriously.
I mean, because to me, like, I think that's another thing sometimes that, like, when I'm going to events or, just like having certain wins in my life, like, I be wanting to share that with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that brings me joy to want to share it with somebody.
Yeah.
Share my happiness. Share my.
It's like affection. It's
like
you're spilling over that love and joy.
Because I don't want to make it to a point where I'm like, I don't really trust nobody. I mean, because as a woman, like, especially when we're like creating, a new life for ourselves, like, we're open, we're super open, but we have to be more discerning, more protective of ourselves.
We do.
And it's exhausting. Like, I want to really just sit like in my feminine energy and feel protected. And obviously I can protect myself too. Yeah. But I just want to feel like, like I got that energy behind me, like I got you. Like, that to me, that feeling, like, even when I just sit and like think about it, I can listen to love songs and be like, I'm in love, and I don't even
got
no
Oh no, for real. So
I've been feeling like I'm in love.
No,
I'm like,
for
where
real.
is he at?
No, it's like, no, seriously. And then they be coming up with these commands like, I need you to be celibate. Like them voices in your head, like, I want you to be pure before because I'm preparing you to for your husband.
Listen.
But baby, listen, I be over here slow dancing. I be like in the dark manifesting my husband. I be like,
for real.
Like this, and then I be like slow dancing with him.
Sometimes
it's all up in your head. That's not manifesting real
time. It literally is, because visualization is a big part of manifestation.
It's like start with a thought.
No, for real. Yeah. Like, people can't tell me it's not real, because some of the things that I've done in the last couple of years are on my vision board.
Okay.
Signs, symbols, words, pictures. It's on my vision board. So like, I don't want to hear that. It's real. It's real. Like, seriously. Go kill my vibe.
No, for real. Because I got a big ass poster on how my husband's supposed to look. So, I am
my cousin said she can't wait to meet you.
Can't wait to meet you too. You're already my cousin.
Oh yes, and me and my cousin are both 38. And that's 11-11. You feel me? When you break them. Okay, 3 and 8 breaking down.
The number.
Listen, it's the alignment. Like, and that's the thing. Like, she in Tennessee, but what we're doing, like, it's not just here. You feel me? Like, it may not be like she the one who commented, interacting with us, and that go to show, like, it may not be the people around you that are. Have like close contact with you. There are the ones that like really push what you're doing and support you. My cousin's in Tennessee, and she's bought paintings, t-shirts. Hey, I sent it out to her. You feel me? Because
that's love and support.
You cannot, like, you can't just think local. When you're trying to do something, you gotta think global. Like, you gotta think the whole world.
So let's speak on that. So listen, okay, so I'm gonna highlight my girl, Skylar Blunt. All right, if you're listening to this, congratulations, girl. You made it, baby. You made it. You are from downtown Cincinnati, like I'm from downtown Cincinnati, from the struggles, baby. And your debut with R&B slayer, a rap battle slayer, the beef slayer. Like, let me stop playing. Cause listen, cause Chris Brown always been my baby, you know.
She got some Chris Brown.
She just dropped it today.
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
And yeah, I should have queued it up on here, y'all. I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, so you know, for somebody that come from where you come from downtown, and you still got that hustle bustle in you. You still got that hood mentality.
Because it never stops. Yeah, you know, like you. I mean,
and she fucking came out of that, like of just, you know, not letting that stop her from really getting on the platform. And why I want to say, like, congratulations to somebody that's from our city that's really putting on. I just want to wake up. That's the song. That song.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to it. You know, I love the music.
It's lit, y'all, and I'm gonna give shout out to her because she worked hard for what she, you know, she worked hard. My daughter was in her music video, so I knew that.
Okay.
No, but I still feel like, just not even that, I just think like what sets you apart from people is not because you're clout chasing and you're looking for the next come up, right? I think what sets you apart is just being who you is and embracing where you come from and being okay with being authentic and not changing anything about you, right? So if I got a little bit of if I'm bougie and classy and I got a little twang and some hood in me, that's who Tasha is. That's who I am. I'm never gonna change, right? And so one thing I feel like what sets her apart from everybody else is that she was able to highlight that. And now she got a new song coming out with Chris Brown, and they're gonna be down in Copa tonight.
Okay.
Performing, but it's like, I just wanted to say that because I feel like a lot of people in a city is doing different things and it's not really getting recognized. It's like they moving in silence, but you know, they making boss moves, and it's like, you know, that right there motivates me to be like, okay, I came from the slumps. I came from
that
different
shit
people.
Bring you joy, like seeing somebody else, like
it brings me joy.
You know, like you should, you know, when you have like good intentions and like that should make you feel good. Like
it makes me feel good. That's why I had to shout her out because it's like I have to give people their flowers, especially when they're doing something and they are not only pulling themselves to the top, but they pulling everybody else in the joy of seeing, okay, I am okay with doing the Living Room Conversation podcast and really being on here, being vulnerable and expressing the things that I have going on in my life, and you telling your story and the things that you have going on in or have been through in your life. And it's I feel like that's what is going to ultimately push you to the top, is living in your truth. It's okay to live in your truth. It's okay to be flawed and look in the mirror and be okay that I'm not perfect. I'm going to be a flawed individual, but it's pretty much how I push through it. And if one door say no, then another door will say yes. And you're constantly pushing forward with that door opening. I feel like that personally gives me joy knowing that we right now, she had to start somewhere. Chris Brown had to start somewhere.
I remember when Chris Brown came here, right? He was doing the Run It.
I remember the Run It.
With Will Smith and the
right. That was my song.
And so he came here. So I had a friend at the time who's intern for the Wiz, and her little sister was like 12. I was like 17 or 18. I think I had just turned 18. I was still like in the school my senior year. But yeah, she was like, "Can you stay with my little sister? Make sure she okay." I'm like, "Girl, I got you.
I'm there."
Hey, what? I was on the front row. G1 held my hand.
No way.
Yes, he was singing in those jeans.
Never go Bow Wow.
It was
I'm over here going Bow Wow, but I'm saying that era.
But I remember him, like, and that was one thing that's like, wow, like I've seen a lot of people, like when people didn't really know their name, like I was just talking about that with somebody else the other day, because what brings me joy is music. Like I love music.
I
like
know.
I love all types
This
of
girl
music.
starts saying some shit. I'm like, bro, we'll be having a full-blown conversation. She was like, you know what? This reminds me. This reminds me of that one song. Like, you remember that one song?
At least you get a warning, because some people don't even get no warning.
But she's telling you she really means what she's saying.
I feel like I could be a DJ. Like, I think I want to be a DJ.
Bro, DJ Mia. What's your DJ name? What's your DJ name? Seriously.
I don't know.
I really can see that.
I love putting. Anyway,
I can see that.
but yeah, like even John Legend, like Kanye West, he had performed the College Dropout album at UC. I was 18.
I was there.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy, because I literally, it was somebody else that I met last week, and I didn't know her back then. She was like, I was there. And I'm like, this is crazy. What? But like, I'm like, who is this light-skinned guy? That was John Legend. Like, so to see where he is today, I think those were like, I feel like I am a wanderer. Like, I pick up things as I go. And so even those like situations made me like remember, I always remember like where you start from. Like, people may not know your name. Now come on, he's world famous. Like, and it's definitely not about the fame, but it's just about the fact of how you can be elevated, how your life can change, and it'll happen before people's eyes, and people look back like, dang, I remember this. I used to know them and this and that and whatever, and it's like you so far, like,
oh my gosh. And that's so funny you said
so
that.
far go.
Because, like you said, you seen Kanye West before he was a little wonky. For real, right now.
John Legend. I don't even know John Legend's name.
Common. Like, just all. And so the moral of the story is basically, it's just like, bro, everybody starts somewhere. It's just like, where do joy come from you? Yeah.
Like,
how do you get that?
How are you gonna express that to the world?
Yes. And it doesn't have to be. It's whatever you feel like it should be. It don't have to be.
It could just be the way you dress every day.
Exactly.
How you dress. You could dress based off like what makes you feel good. Like that's expressing your joy. It's whatever. It's just not like holding yourself back. Like it's
or
just,
limiting, like you said, limiting yourself. Because there's so many different layers of you. Like, I feel like, thinking of layers, you got to start from the bottom to the top. It's like going from your ground. Well, what's the lower chakra? The root chakra to your crown chakra. It's like literally you got to go through different layers within yourself to activate your full potential. And if you're not willing to ground yourself, go from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. And peeling back those and introducing.
It just made me think of something, because like when you think of root chakra, you think of stability, and that's one thing.
Foundation.
A good way to like maintain my joy, my peace of mind, is to make sure that I'm taking care of my foundation. So that means paying your bills on time, being responsible, being a good manager of like what you have. Because if not,
that right there, that's a bill. Okay, we getting the bill next week, because I need to be like, I've been wanting to do that every episode.
The imaginary bill.
Seriously, but okay, the imaginary bill. Since I've been wanting.
But no, for real, like that, like I realized, like when I had like no income, like I was broke. Listen, I couldn't even spell, bro. I didn't even have enough letters to spell it. No, for real though. Like, and it was not that long ago. Like, and because that was the season that I was in. And I'm just like, I used to like pay my bills, and I just used to be so grateful, like just to have some money, even if I can pay the whole bill. And I feel like I said this on one episode, but maybe somebody needs to hear it again. You feel me? Because like I was like pinching, but I still like thank you God after I get my confirmation number. Because I was doing it with gratitude. I wasn't doing it with like, oh, I gotta do this. No, I'm grateful that I got, even if it ain't the minimum or whatever. Like, I'm putting something on it. You feel me? Now I could have took that money and you stressed out. I'm not really a big drinker. I'm a social drinker, but people got different vices.
I could have took.
Listen, but I feel like a lot of wine. how to like maintain my peace by like, okay, taking care of my responsibilities, making sure that I'm good, like with all that. That makes me feel more joyful because that's less stress. It's a lot when you managing a household by yourself.
It is. It's a
like
lot.
You always run out of paper towels.
This bitch talking about paper.
My kids.
My mama, listen. She over here. My mom here now. She be like, "You got some paper towels." That's the first thing she say. You got some paper towels.
I can't live. Paper towels bring me joy, bro. I cannot. I don't know.
Way.
No, for real, because
I never had paper towels.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like a sponge. I'm like a sponge.
I know. I know. I just, especially when I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Like, I go crazy. Really? But like, I'll be ready to do like a roll a day, and I'll be like, wow, like, and it don't be me, it be the kids.
Yeah.
The summer
I can't believe
come
that
up.
you are. I'm over here still hell bent. Because she's a person that got paper towels, and I fucking never keep paper towels in my house.
Oh my gosh. I can't. I wouldn't know what to do.
No
like,
way. I never keep
I swear. Towels. Yeah, but but like just certain things. Like it's just like, wow, like I am. So now I'm from a place where I'm like, I've come out of that and I'm like, dang, like, I got paper towels, stacked. I got tissue stacked.
Not paper towels.
Hey, listen, I got 5 girls in my house. We go through toilet paper a lot until they waste a lot until I be like, you just need 2 squares. If you're doing that,
I mean, girl, you 6 years old, 2 squares.
Because she's 6 years old. She want to get this much. You feel me? And then this much. She only uses 2 squares. The rest it be garbage. So it'd be like, bro, just get you 2 squares. Just get the 2 squares. That's how you go use.
But I can't use 2 squares. I need a roll.
I mean, I'm still like to blow her nose, stuff like that. But the point that I'm trying to make on some real stuff is that like me having a surplus of stuff, like not, it ain't even nothing crazy, but it's just like, it's just enough. It's overflow. Like that is like part of like, that joy, like, because I mean, I'm not ashamed. Like I said, I was fucked up. Yeah. Like, I was. And, and maybe people looked at me like, if you go back, like, because I don't delete anything. And listen, not deleting stuff can come in handy, okay?
No, you are right. I made videos. Have you been in one of that? Like, literally, when you go through things and then, like, I don't know. I might have been at one. Maybe I'm a little toxic. I've been at one that been through some shit, and I be the one like, all right, I shouldn't even expose this. This is foul. This is foul. Like, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Bro, I done had a video because I was in a fucked up relationship and it was toxic, and I'm like, bro, I done spent all my money. I literally put a camera up there like a documentary, and I done spent all my money. And I done pulled out the couch. Like the pillows from the couch, looking for couch change, like recording shit. Like, I bet you one thing, right? I would never fucking scoop a quarter again out of this fucking couch, but because it humbled me so bad.
For real,
like, I don't know if that was
that is the teacher in you. That's how I know, like, because I have had certain moments like that where like a person that made me cry to the point I'm snot nosed, eyes red, swollen, and I'm like, you was the one that was wrong. How you make me end up crying? Make me feel like I did something.
Yeah, but you captured that moment.
And I took a picture of it, and I said, because I went to sleep and I woke up the next day, my eyes swollen and stuff. I said, nobody will ever make me feel like this again. Yeah, ever. I ain't never cried that hard, like, over nobody, other than probably maybe my kid. I don't even know if I cried that hard. Yeah, no, it's but like for real, like my spirit felt so broken. Yeah. I'm just like, like no, and so those are the things that like I said, going back to like my things that them people that's like intentionally trying to break your spirit. Yeah, just trying to like just crush you and shatter you, like,
because like people like that don't want to see a bitch happy. I don't think the alcohol done kicked in, y'all. I think the alcohol, blame it on the wine. I think it'll kick in. It's okay, right? It's a safe space, right? Mm-hmm. For us to have these conversations. It's a safe space for us to be ourselves, and we're gonna laugh and we probably fuck around and cry.
You know what? I was supposed to be going to a fashion show. Remember that thing I sent you tonight?
What fashion? Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, you ain't going.
Hey, listen, we about to go.
I don't know. It's 9:17.
Hey, it started at 8. It's not over till like 1.
Oh, okay.
We got time, baby. We about to
cheers to a what? Is it Friday? Friday night. All right, y'all, because we haven't.
And it's a full moon.
It is a full moon.
It is.
Scorpio.
Oh, Lord. Let me stay in the house. Hey, and that's crazy because, I'm getting yellow. So, like, so, no, for real, because this is, so, like, the energy that we in, you know, we moving out of Aries.
Yeah, that fire.
Listen.
Moving into that water, that Scorpio. No, we're going into the ground.
We're going into the ground because Aries is like, you know, but like that water, water energy is good, you know, because Scorpio is very transformative, right?
Yeah, but they also can be a fixed sign too.
Oh, yeah, so and they can be very like, you know, it's some dark energy, but like that's funny because it just made me think of the one who she said is watching us. Yeah, he's a Scorpio. So yeah, he's a Scorpio. And that is my, you know, that's my lower self. And so, like, you know, that energy, like, I feel like that's the energy that I had to really kind of transform, you know, to kind of, like, what brings me, like, that realness, you know, like that. So, like, it's just ironic. There's a full moon, you know, but it's like I said, that, no, for real, because that energy, like I said, full moons, they shine a light on what's hidden. You know, and Scorpio, that's like the underworld, right? Yeah. What's hidden in the dark, the murky, you know, and so that's good because
has to come to the
whatever is coming up right now, like using that fire energy, it's like starting something, right? So you can start whatever you need to start to bring you into that grounding from Taurus energy, like whatever is trying to transform your life, let it transform.
Let it transform.
Let it transform.
Yes.
Allow it.
No, seriously, it's like I feel like it's very important. Ooh, so we get into astrology in June.
Definitely.
We get into astrology in June because fun fact, because I want to say this because I don't know if they know, like me and Mia both tapped in, right? And we might be tapped into our own source, right? Yeah. When I say our own plug. And we'll get into, you know, all those different things. But we are definitely tapped in. Hey. Right, sorry. I ain't playing with you. No, we tapped into our own, we have our own antennas, right? And I feel like you know, I think it's very important for us to really give people this information because people need to know how to utilize the energy.
It's life changing,
and it is.
It is life changing.
You gotta know how to move in the world.
Yeah, you know? It's life changing.
If you know we're in Taurus season, and you know Taurus is a fixed sign, and you know Taurus is more of a grounding time to do exactly.
And that's my moon, so that's like I'm feeling it. Like,
so that's that ground.
It's almost like I'm in my element, though. You know, like I'm the type of person I use that dark energy because I'm a
water sign, so I feel the Scorpio.
It helps me. Like I use that dark energy to, like, you know, I'm comfortable in that. Like I'm comfortable in that. It doesn't. Most people run away from the dark. And I had to learn. I mean, at one point in time, I did too, but I embraced it.
No, like, I embracing the dark. Oof. Yes, I'm sorry. Because it's giving me chills because some people don't know how to embrace a lower version of themselves. That don't mean it's demonic. Like embracing that dark side of you. That dark side is like yin and yang. You know, you see the yin and yang is light. You know, and then the other side is dark.
We cannot. We can never escape our shadow.
No, you can't.
We can never escape.
But you embracing it, knowing this is a part of you. Being, you know, this is just a part of your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dark side of you, you have a light side of you, and it's just how you control that version of yourself. But it's okay to honor it and cater to that darker version of yourself, you know. And like you say, this is the time where you got Taurus in your chart. Do you have a lot of Taurus in your chart?
No, just one placement.
One placement. What is it? Your what?
The moon.
The moon. Ooh. No wonder. I realized that it makes sense that you're a fucking Taurus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But and I think that's another reason why, because I'm like, the full moon is like telling me like, girl, you've been wanting to do your room, you know, and the Scorpio is like transformative.
Oh, bitch, let's talk about Saturn and Pisces.
And I'm just
do we need to save this for June?
Yeah, let's
we're gonna save this from June because we can get June is going to be a time where we really tap in. We might get you guys involved too. We're gonna talk. All right, we're gonna talk. All right, so it's been over an hour. We're going to end this. Y'all know what we do. We do the after party after the living room conversation.
We might do that on location.
So we do the after party for the living room conversation. So if you guys want to join us on Facebook, my Facebook is Latasha Shelton. What's your Facebook name?
It's undisclosed.
Okay. So my Facebook,
but YouTube is the Glow Up Gangster, and I also have the IG, the Glow Up Gangster. But my Facebook, you know, I need to work on that so it's not so, you know, my private life.
I feel you. Yeah. So if you want to go to my Facebook, or you can go up to the Living Room Conversation Podcast YouTube channel. You can go to the Glow Up Gangster channel, her IG, and you can catch it on Boss Life TV too. So it's many different platforms.
And make sure y'all subscribe to our IG channel. We have the Living Room Conversation IG and
the Living Room Conversation we have a page on Facebook too. So just like follow us on our different platforms. We got some special guests. We got some treats for y'all. Some powerful people coming on our podcast this season. You don't want to miss it. But we always appreciate people tuning in to us because listen, because
we gonna talk regardless.
Listen, this is what we do.
And this is what we do. We just invite y'all to the conversation. So it made perfect sense to get on here and tell you guys everything. I ain't gonna lie, my dimple was hitting right there.
Okay. The glow.
You was like, hey, no, for real. People was like, y'all was really good on y'all.
I know. I got that a lot. It's so funny. Oh my God. I got that a lot. But I just looked up, right? And one of the things that I have over here on my bookshelf, it says, I trust the next chapter because I know the author. That, as soon as you said that, when I looked up, that's the first thing I seen. And it's like, I know the next chapter, right? Just highlighting beauty. Highlighting the beauty within, highlighting the beauty, you know, just being able to express yourself. And it's like, I know that. Because that's a chapter in my life and I'm the author. Because I write this story.
And that's what makes you so fine. And, you know, like, that's what it is. It ain't even like, baby, I'm having the best time.
It's not right.
Look, don't get us the freestyle.
No, right, here. For real. No, we should do a big night. All right, we need to stop bullshit. But for real,
thank y'all for tuning in, as always. And we will be back next week for episode 2.
What's the date? I forgot.
Girl.
May 3rd.
Next Friday. Okay.
Next Friday, May 3rd. Next Friday for episode. We have a guest next week, and I'm super excited about it. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you are on Facebook, make sure you go to the Living Room Conversation. My Facebook page, and we'll do the after party there. If you are on IG, we will see you guys next week. Or if you want to catch the replay, make sure you subscribe to the Living Room Conversation YouTube channel. You'll get the after party and you'll get the Living Room Conversations regular programming.
And remember, if you like this, you know, help us get in the algorithm. Okay, help some sisters out. You feel me? like the video, love it, share it, because it's
free.
It don't cost you no money. Just a quick little boop.
You
feel
might,
me? And that's it.
And we might invite you on.
Right.
You know, you might can talk.
You might get blessed for sharing the love.
Yes.
You feel me? And sharing the knowledge. So yes.
We always appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week. Facebook, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. All right. Peace out.